Once again about your feed. So today is Sunday, the 26th of October, 2025. Now, there's something which is really going on in this country. Apparently, whoever thought say on a Sunday today and as on a Sunday evening today, that will be the number one topic air trending on social media. Now, if you don't know what is going on, information about say Ibrahim Mahama na say neyere emame wenya baby and as waka baby. Na me no ka say ne busuafo bebre akohyem ewo Ibrahim Mahama neyere ekruma omo corners omakosi na say kama na emu ena nsimbi abetuja, especially in regards with an advice and nsimbi Ibrahim Mahama dia tuja amanfo e party say wo no ewo hama yinyina de bi ebe sorry ebe ti so na ne ye fe say obiewu ene that lumba echna apostle safu kantanka NDC echna say. The question usually we ask ourselves in the quiet moment is that when will it also be my turn, and then how and what will even take me then if you say that is the big question. Now in regards to that, and Ibrahim Mahama can see among four patches, this is definitely one thing very deep. He was talking about he was talking about how the into a boy nipa and even how he's maintained this for so many years. In essence, and now also tries to say, we are still na ye share a Cεmεtεry. And I must say, yembisa who say wanya and yes kini ewesie. Yenshwe video babaka, we also have an update and at this particular same venue, some issue in regards to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Maybe the country where help is needed and you don't help. You can't be the richest man in the Cεmεtεry. You can't live with one thing. Let's try and work together with all our differences away. It doesn't matter. We always have problems and then all one and you can't have we hold this country like that and have good. Look, people are coming home. And people will come and go all so the small time that's in this country, let's go one another, work together. That's the fact that was best. Whoever is better for people will say, hey, big man, there's no for we are all the same. You might be lucky just to be successful. It's not because you are clever than anybody. Hey, you guys do your best also. Entertain us.
Yeah, we're doing that very well.
Once we relax, one day we'll come and join you.
We just confirm that small attention will come.
No, come. So that Chairman here, I'll start coming here. I pulled up here, the noise is too much. And now the
boss man will be quiet.
The boss man is up there. If the boss man is there,
who is the boss? Chairman himself is here. That's why I'm standing there. That's why I'm standing there.
the boss man is there.
So that was one of the moments Ibrahim Mahama was speaking about, how death could hit in your face, and his comment said, "There's no rich man in the Cεmεtεry." Nitina Debiano or Tesibia Trubia, he asked himself, how best can he be of help to that person? Now, Minoka say, it seems like this weekend is for the Mahamas, because Minoka say John Dramani Mahama or Nenia Kupimu Kumase, and he went there for a particular mission. But then Okoye, he greeted a group of people among four parties, said, okay. But then this particular group of people, and are air trending on social media. And apparently, he met one person or very popular in our circles. Now, Mahama has not shied over the years of watching people and even mimicking and even polishing his his comedy skills. But then this guy, I know to say, or a real comedian or da Mahama Kuma so pa entry video back to us.
I like you. I was like, what's your mama's through? Oh, wait a boy out there. Oh, good. We had special invitation.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Martin. Thank you. Why? I'm my phone.
So that is it. Send out who you know, HSA, idea one of the moments Mahama or this way to Kumasi, no, bro, do Kumasi airports, no, we share that Dr. Like you say, Dr. Likey, Emma Nesrepa, and that's the first time I say, Ushia, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Dr. Likey. Now, in that same vein, too, there's another video of John Mahama trending on social media. This particular video happened to be a video of John Mahama, Ebra Oshia, a year teacher trainee and teacher B or in service. Apparently, Mahama was so, touched and down to earth to so exchanging contact with this particular woman. Then again, this particular video is also trending. You share this particular video of about what really happened. Ya babaka, ya betwaso.
When the president takes the presence, I acknowledge you. I acknowledge the presence of everybody here in this auditorium. Lord, richly bless you. And when you hear the call today, it means we are from us to you, saying thank you very much. Once again, my name is Saddens.
So that was His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Clearly, in Sema Yeka, now you could see clearly, say, Mahama exchanged contact with Chichinia and so printed a portrait of His Excellency John Mahama or the brain now. As the teacher said, Opese Oje Mahama the contact of person Mahama Edins and so. No, so why not? I'm going to give my contact to you. You can call me anytime, Ope. And this definitely, a shaky a lot of people on social media, especially looking at how Mahama or Brand wants Emma teacher Naman for party said this is definitely one of those moments. So that is the issue. Air cost so I just say Ubia Air Kamwa Seba. It is one of those issues. And one of those things it should tell you say John Dramani Mahama, he's still humble. He is humble, and one of the hallmark and the crop is the president humility, and clearly Mahama possesses that abundantly. So that is exactly what is really going on in regards with Mahama. So this weekend the Mahamas are trending big time from issues from issues of the sudden death comment say mi wa there na a rich man be any your friend say we asia udu sika udu sika be cool room, and also the comment about say there's no rich man in cemetery. These comments a fee Ibrahim Mahama hoba, and you could clearly see say it is something which is trending on social media a lot. Once again, we are live from now to almost 1 hour. So joining here, you can bring in your comments. Maybe read your comments. We have a lot of issues today to discuss, and so we'll be very much happy to get your knowledge about all of these issues at Aircourse. So in regards to everything at Aircourse. So that is exactly what is really going on in regards to Mahama and Ibrahim Mahama. Now, for yet to us, no, na ye the camp of the Bono original chairman, and Dr. Baumia. So, Dr. Baumia was recently at Bono, as I say, Ebra or Yenny campaign. But then a video, Asafisi today, and Nedan Asafisi, a Nepan is trending on social media, happen to be a bronye, Ebra, Dr. Baumia, a man, a quine say, on Becasano. Or Casano. Say to abama Dr. Baumia oba be yesi o kan san sem ni nyina no ena say o deviate e means o deviate and as an eka script no a ena yehu ya ne say abronye asat say o attack Kennedy akompreku Japan say obi sorry oba o say me create 7,000 jobs, me create 10,000 jobs. It's for something significant did happen in the crowd. A significant in the see and they say one more crowd no one party say o man faka infio mu fie o men tu kwan ambetena ho se omba beti abronye se ondidi Ken Japan atem Ken Japan wa party ni yipa nti wa begina ho se Baumia ne campaign wo be kan bibi papa na so pese o di ne ho dance aka de obetimi aye a all ye but oti one odi na tem de enye. So within the crowd no people got angry and at the end of the day no for bi kra sorry at some confront abronya enya asem kito akra yeni kan hwe ensem abronya edi to ye back e be hwe the crowd's reaction from within ye back so ani yiti ensem Ken Japan camp so omodi aba betuja
ni constituency me ni mutin ya wa polling station executive by ma ko say something and so enuma all the one ni polling station executive by next money be o we get my I try to work here can you about me abayo can you about me abatu mi aye na ko ya ni
Therefore, I want you to let me explain what happened because there's a second video within the crowd, and from within the crowd, no, what was happening, no. Na man for ye did say one sem na oka can the Baumia be jan no within the crowd na ye west because people even got up at the point in time and your bodyguards no more anymore and come to share abronye so you see Baumia is a hypocrite. Ye kanipa me na make come asemi say Baumia hypocrite. This was the man now New York Jina say, you know, campaigner Ombabe Mbakwi or no Baumia team no, Baumia campaign team no. Wakachen and Crawford for some being the due be atem. And also no within himself and the campaign, they are not going to do a campaign of biting, a campaign of if anything intimidation, and as a campaign of if anything insulting and abuse of words and attacking other opponents. But this is a manner and then no. Yehu se isi ane chucho mucho abronye okwa asante hini yi ode ne koye Yehuni so see feedback cinema. I don't have any issue with that. Now no okọ bono owo buni sisi ano omukọ Dr. Buzia dankwa ni graveyard no. He was there to lay the ref. Na abronye wo ho. And now during this particular campaign, Baumia can same be and before Baumia bebe can no. Either way so no. Abronye Gina Simpi so no. He spent 80 or 90% of the time attacking Kennedy Japan. And Baumia was sitting there say, "Media menkan obi asemo intima mon kan bekame." Meanwhile, the same person is telling us say he is not going to engage in campaign of insult. Now, the second video I share no na make a choice more shocking. In the crowd, people were pissed off, saying, "Say what about Jinaho about Baumia person the president or person elected as a flag bearer? You have the opportunity to preach what Baumia can do, but if you spend 80% of the time attacking someone or you were creating 7,000 jobs without you creating any valid jobs for Ghanaians, you are just basically campaigning for the person." And even far from that, you know, you guys are mama now say more kasa. At the end about Miaba or Babe, ye first a ken on so ba or be just impuse or can some against Baumia somehow. But then he also says certain things he's done and what he wants to do. You watch a video of what really happened in the crowd. Ye babaka, ye betu aso.
I say. I'm in that patch out.
Therefore, so video I will share was clearly exactly what we are talking about. Say, a bronze sama okan from the face value, the utu so kasaka clock or boss to be crying genius. So, what I say, and the people within the crowd they were saying, say, send a share face video and send a share NDA, you know. Now, Omopa is a candidate Baumia or candidate or bit in my ear. So clearly, you know, the people who support Kenya Japan, they are the same people who also support Baumia. Into the general PS now, did you be at attacking someone's record and regardless, you know, Kenya Japan supporters need so reacted to this issue. You share this particular video of how they reacted. You
me enye hure itimi huri ba akokora abronye ena o maposa ne hwa e wo German South abronye asay Baumia campaign no wa destroy everything afi the delegates no I resign delegates no actually abronye say enye nkwase akeka ena ye de ma ye candidate ewe ne aba abronye koya instead so be candidate yewra Baumia be ye no eye Kennedy ena oko dese no na o say Kennedy say wa employ nipa 7,000 no mumu hwan na wafa na adwuma ana ne constituency mu say no wafa mo adwuma ena abrantie ba akotie mo say jan kwase akeka no na e candidate o candidate be ye jan kwase akeka no na candidate Baumia be ye ka chi onu ase jan kwase akeka no na candidate Baumia be ye enne no amama hu se Ghana no se say na amanfo entran mo bi meken kwase asem enkyere ye wo say Kennedy I offer work 7,000. Let's say men can one family be but wafa Ghana for 7,000. Wo candidate na wo supporting no one also any say na wafo wo madwuma enti om se gyan kwase akeka no abronyo om ka chen se gyan kwase akeka no nim so mu di agoro ena wo gusu na oka om so ne so anko mu tu ne so abronye ka boot ne de ne ko hye ye mirika wo di ya me se you to na ni brabre no enye kwase akeka biem na me ka kyerem se NPP no abronye entimi convince akokoba emane ntoaba ma NPP toaba ma Kennedy Japan youth no se Kennedy Japan wa na epo Kennedy Japan wa na epe enti okwa kanye o candidate beye enkoka obi hu asem youth no medamase German South for I salute to Sam Kurana and as delegates no mo yes ade this time no mo say enyem kwase akeka biem o candidate no e die no so obeye Kennedy Japan campaign kan ni so ade hunu ne wo beye ene ne wa ye dada enti no wo mo se enyem kwase akeka biem giant kwase akeka no ne candidate beye muntie abronye anase tama o mo posane sho ano mo hwe kakra
It's here for in some day baby. So that was abronye sem ena echo. So now quickly no yanko yemamia this week enya information say we nya the baby waka baby at say yemami konedu Ajeman Rollins. Now I sad because me no can say the or semi or mortuary I just say within this week, I think 23rd of October 2025, after a rational call rage, ne yare kakra one so a can home. Now, me no kasi mami kunu do the baby kwa a very sad issue, but then there are a whole lot of things are so. Currently, we don't really have any surviving successive president. It is almost year from a year. The late early 90s to now, and to 2008, to 2000. I just echo, but then from 2000 to 2008, year for and subsequently at Amos Onihobium, Ebisata Onihobium, Akufo adum to Otiase. But then a year mame Konidu Ajeman Rollins, the Winyani baby, echo say a yes sad issue. Now, Minoka say Kufo, Ekupie mo ewa the venue, ye commiserate with the family of Konidu Ajeman Rollins. No, or the same be to no or county an event. Minoka say this comment or make it pay, but then this comment came in good faith. You could see somebody to joy by a better also.
Honorable member, when you are no madam for. Some way there, I am one. Cause Sunday I can Wednesday. I saw me call it kakra. Look why na what you Madame for such an enchant. money sign. Yeah, to collection means or crying, you know. Me wheelchair me the Quanimu Kakra. Or no, Koya or Quatnas or no neighborhood sans and I want to say. I'm a catcher and say, Mehoye. And then Nipano, Yachana, Bibian, you know, I just saw Yari. Yeah, to me, I call. And Rami, Wawa, Ban of a better. Nipa bi aba me nkyɛn pii na baako bi aba ko what ya asɛm aba asɛm bɛyɛ sɛ nana kɔ adi kɔ is it possible na me ne no nnura but nyame nko a n'anim nti na basa me bɛkyekye mo yerɛ me bɛsrɛ mo mo nso mo akoma mu ɔyɛ adeɛ in her own way. Why are there Nabra so assume Ghana quite be super? Yeah, going to mention Ghana history or Barani Dinisha. Now, life for any Ibiasan is it, you know. We are saying Obiaba, Obia, the agenda never, Yamimo Obian, the gifts. Who says Aquan is now who's in the do be quite cheap, who do high in society. Odre. In the making of our nation, Ghana, no, she acquitted herself. And her name is going to be etched in granite in Ghana's history. Umpo, Nidin Shaho. Nidin Obadia, Wadi Dino, and Abba Soko. Nani Papa no Soko, so ja Maffe fat to send you. Mr. Monte, the whole of Ghana is mourning her. And then radio, so television, BBR. Nah. Oh, internationally, BBR. Yanti oh, Bassa, it's 80,000 years to cry. Day comes when you go. 76. In fact, bare 2 weeks ago, so many this year, baby. And I know so many in the show. And me grow no hoka crab. Me when I professor with banter. But life, now because only I have fed do. No, it's like a crack. No, it's me nyai sa sa make can nam me nyai. No, say na me so wani ni nam say ene ne star no ncha me so anyi ni kura. Ya sresre ya yedidi ye. Na fe me behu no me se fa di ya. Ano so sa oni bebu sa me ho ye. Sa na onu mo mu na eko. Nti mo na nyame ase ne nsire nyame so ma ne babi pana nti ana me ba me bachechi mo re ye so a mra na so na dia ba kwa ye me ani kam pasa me ka kire mo 1970 71 72 Bangalore hana na mete efie we mu 13 January Canela Champo Otu a government, na me a member of parliament, and I feel women and yet. Make our party dana do my better bear 2M. A bear 5M, na my sisters who are Bangalore you are. No for there. What is it about now? She feels. Na me bear. Bon. Safi we nti me do ase a in a way me kai ka nyama pi na na de so de a chani nyina kora nti me sra mo nchechi mo ra ne fa bibia amanyame ebe ye me do ase na me da ase pi se.
So that was a year Johnny J. Kunkufo no din same two just say omudi kan hia a day before akwane do be no omudi kan hia wo sorry NHS event be accept and akwane do Ajiman Rollins kono person Ben be san say ontimi 19 no ebra say edu say edu ebra omo to collection no and as akwane do enante eba nche bi say yera kofo ho te sen no so me hu ye wo atiasa ha and also 2 weeks before cry no eno so sa and the Usia your friend is Konido Ajima Rollins events be no mutibum and no dia goes na say the one fool and na Konido ka so ja won say menyini ati ase be say na ni nyina no Yakopon beto ne sa frɛ no na Irakufo kan sem bia it is very very poignant or part say Konido aba be gini din wa ye the obitima ye and also near Ghana history we can't write it without her. No use a phrase. Her name will be what? Will be poised in the granite of Ghana's history, and her name will be earthed in the granite of Ghana's history. Granite, your kitchen, sir, rock that you tried there was a hand, no sir, no, your benyon, your axe benyon at show. So, Konidu or Virginia didn't say ni see and no, your intimate papa. What I say, but in that same vein, one issue and also a big issue of Chroma, the issue of rent. Now, me know say with free subsequent consent to the government say, rent issue also be found. And in regards to that, in Usenkophobia and some consensus and some quack demonstrate. And no, any if you have been air patch say, Obi Biara will join this particular demonstration. No, you who TV so and I say, I think on radio so by the key. Yeah, share this as well video of what's if you Babaka. We have a breaking news about Team Ora on this particular platform.
Me pamucho asenwe ekoma mi tenant omo mi dem ewa agegi any pamblos aje gogotu any amasama mi pese mi mamu warning say mati say mu mati ani mawa mu wo Ghana no ebu mu ko demonstration agesi ya landlord for no na mi pese mi kachi omo wo mi dem ewo agegi pamblos aje gogotu any amasama pese mi kachi mu say who kwami say who nim na demonstration yakonu kan ubi ana Davi afọ usumi kachia o samu nim na mu ko kan demonstration mu say ye ko demonstration against mi landlord mi wo masidan am over rent munya wu say that na mu ko demonstration that dey na mu party munya ma every medium because rent control for no iron rod no enyo no mu to ma ye rent control block any cement enyo mu no mu to ma ye. So more demonstration be kwa mu ko NDC rent control say fa the omuton iron rods any cement any block ni say tisu number 4 name o kwa mi say gani be si e ba fe egbe say kwa mi unim na mi share video e wo TikTok and on Facebook and na mi hu kwa mi say o demonstrate anu adavi ana efo edana me say mu video no mu a mu be park unyama na mu akọ because assassin enye red control and e to ma mi enye red control and go to iron rods and cement mam enu ti mi mam wo na mu ti mu nim ekran na mu di ni di mu nim ganyo ga di lo bada
Etiefo Inti Mr. Opesa ko join this particular demonstration na wudi misa rent ya baby tina na bia rent you cry no we di kan ya ma spare time any who say who ya ma spare time ya ma boso me ba kan was and go demonstrate obeba na educate about so the rent me nyi bi 2 copy dan fufuro ni 2 nyi ntua nyanje sapepepe now Meno can say, Martin Kebu, he's back on the hot seat. Ebra, John Dramani Mahama, Eba Dearson, he created Operation Recover All Loot, even before they came into exception. But one of the things also, when they said Operation Recover All Loot, we are getting to 1 year of Mahama's government, and we've not been able to, prosecute any person. There are many cases that OSP handle, any Attorney General I handle. And because of this, I'm of Abisa, and they have the views that we spent millions of Ghana cedis chasing cases at the end of the day, Krano. Said you, the years in chasing these cases will span over 4 years, which will, if I say, be over the term limit of Mahama in 4 years. So, until a case no Krano, na say Mahama anyone that case, so acquire 119. And because of the amount for party, the Operation Recover All Loot. Yes, OSP. Office of the Special Prosecutor, because Kenufurata Krana, then Sasha say a contract with Bria course, the buffer stock contracts, a year NSS scandal nina no since I checks nina I append payments no ye shana ye no. So there is a growing access say yen collapse these offices. A ho and a Martin people Eddie Ababe to just say, he begs to differ because according to him, no, the best decision that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama made a broad president was the creation of this office or creating this office. Now, there is a twist to this, but you see somebody to join Babaka.
If it is wrong, I mean, my estimation, remember, I have limited knowledge. Yes. So if only I see it wrong, I'll say it. Okay. And I'm sure I'll continue to occupy this seat because at least I've been that objective. I'm sure if I were pandering to NDC lines, by now you would have removed me and you will find a more credible candidate. So please, it's not lost on me. As for the decision of the president to create ORA, is high watermark. We filled in the vacuum at that time. Remember, when citizens are supporting you, it's only for a while. If they support you and you are not responding, if they find that you are tone deaf, they withdraw. And then you find it difficult to get them to rally behind you. So that's the president's stellar decision that no, let me carry the citizens along, even though I don't have office. And we did it. Yeah, I saw it somewhere. Bafwe Wua said it was a waste of state resources, the MP, a lawyer. I said, but where? We didn't take 1 Ghana cedis of government money. 1 Ghana cedis, not even fuel.
With all your work on
no, not even water from government.
No payment from government.
No, we didn't. But you think we are foolish?
No. I mean, council.
I mean, when I say, sorry, let me withdraw. Yeah. We are wiser than that. I know that this seat, if I took 1 Ghana, the rest of it, no, I'm a bit smarter than that. I won't. Small money, you won't get me. I won't take because you pay a high price. Then it better be money that will change my life forever. But I mean, come on. Yes, I'm going to take like 100,000, 200,000. No, me. I may not have it to spend like that, but I won't take. You have to take transformational money. The one so like the said he would transform the economy.
All the members of the committee didn't take any.
1 Ghana cedi. Remember, at the time it was formed, ORA were appointed on the 18th of December. President Mahama was president-elect. He was not in office. Then he came into office. We handed over on the 10th of February. I'm telling you that even water from government, no. Water. A bottle of water from government, no. We are smarter than that. As nation expect sacrifice, and we understood it. So the first day we met, we said, no, nobody's taking anything. Okay. Citizens are expecting sacrifice because.
So how about the other person
right
who
now
works
it's very clear that politics pays more than a lot of jobs. It's the most lucrative. Political appointment is far more lucrative than going into industry. So, and citizens don't like it. So, it was very clear to me that if we took 1 Ghana and we all added them, within 1 minute, we're done. I said, gentlemen, are we clear that nobody's going to take anything? Yeah, within a minute. That thing was shelled. That was, yes. Finished.
How about the other persons who worked with you? No.
All of them, sacrifices.
I see.
Yes, lawyers, okay? Yes, a whole lot of them. They are here. Lawyers and law students. Some of them have since, Kabute and Co. have since graduated. Okay, Adanuti, Noah, and the other lawyers. Many. They all helped. Sacrifice. Sleepless nights.
You mean Kabunate?
Kabunate, yeah, he just graduated. Yes. Okay.
So this issue about ORA, no, it is not dying anytime soon because in response to Kenofriata, the extradition main issue said that the US Abagana BFC charges, and the OSP and Attorney General is saying they are not able to do that because number one, the OSP office and the Attorney General office, they are not really correlating and they are not really working together in terms of how to put things together to say, okay, see, and if we come US government on my I extradited Kenofriata Abagana. Now, in regards with that, I'm for so in Yingu ORA and Yingu OSP office. One person on the sword and Ababe Tuja Ibrahim Mahama, who is the Director General of the National Road Safety Authority, our party said the fact said Kenofriata we fi Ghana abepemene onye na adwen so beba obe sorry obe hu no New York on any nam ho because emre bi etwem o ka kire say oyare a eti say ye no MRI ye ne cancer diagnosis near there. Now, so papi nam Times Square ne yere omo chilia. They don't even have any if anything. As a omo dream process you on Beba Ghana. And Ibrahim Mahama party say this should tell you say Kenofriata is guilty as hell onim di boni a wedi onim de waye nti se trans kenefrata voluntarily no ono abeba Ghana pa dia ene mesrew yemientempe bibi ntina yenkotie insama Ibrahim Amaliba editudwa. When we come back we move on to the next.
Oral was a response to the clarion call of the people of this country to hold former government officials accountable. Oral was not a political tool, or is not a political tool.
Okay.
Oral responded to the hue and cry of the Ghanaian people. We all saw the corruption in our faces. In fact, now we are getting to know what we didn't know. So, for me, Oral is a response to what the people of this country wanted. No politics in it. In fact, there are current government party people who have been referred to Attorney General for investigation. You are aware of that. 2 of our leading executives have been referred to the Yoko. This has never been done. When a similar case came up on the MPP, we saw now how Akufo-Addo had to, clear that person and say he was never at the forest doing whatever. So, Oral is not political. Oral was not an overpromise activity. Oral was a response to the genuine cries of the people of this country. For the first time, under the Fourth Republic, I don't know other republics, after a change of government, the finance minister fled. It's a clear indication of what he himself knows he did to the people of this country. The fact that he's unwilling to even come back voluntarily, and we had to resort to other mechanisms to bring him back, is a clear testimony of he himself admitting what he did to this country. So, Oral, for me, came as a response to what the people of Ghana were asking the NDC to do.
So that was in Sema Ibrahim Amaliba or the Tudra. So it is a very big issue. Ken Friata is still in the United States of America. When you're say Obeba Ghana. Now let's move on. Menuka say Sam George is definitely in hot soup. Now let's be honest. Minister what trendy power within this year amongst all the Mahama and if any appointees so Sam George. He trends for various reasons and now see what it data. So meanwhile data price is basically the same. The chance what it DSTV prices meanwhile a promotion and then get the anti-LGBT bill about also on the only can once meanwhile, he was championing it in the previous administration. Yeah, that's why this same Sam George again is trending. Assemble ya. Ninyane so akofa MPP TikTokers and our mom awards. Ebra NDC TikTokers are omudi yera Mahama ichi ati so omuboni who they run TikTok emani wini and omote ho. Now, the other two just see a crowd and say, I know the synchro. And the fact said, this same Sam George, he and his Ministry of Communication is leading a new bill like Eba Parliament. This particular bill Eba Parliament, and it's basically a military style bill. Now, in something you be brave because it's a video which is going to explain to you this particular bill like Eba. And now people are saying is that the bill is definitely a tool. Sam George is going to use what kind of one some money with social media. Esan said bill no ebe man the Ministry of Communication more powers, and that particular mission be handle that particular bill ebe more powers to prosecute and jail anyone. And also how Sam George on assembonia obitima be ofia homachi aba be so. And these were the same people who sought to protect Ghanaians. And also what protect free speech. We'll get into the details of this bill, but then this guy all trending on social media. He explained this whole bill best. See,
the new cybersecurity amendment bill is not a cybersecurity reform, but then it's a control reform. And if it passes, it will give just one government agency more power over your digital life than any law in Ghana. So let us go through it step by step. Starting with Section 4A, which is the new powers of the Cybersecurity Authority. Now, this section gives the authority power to investigate and prosecute cybercrime, not just regulate it. That means the same institution that writes the cybersecurity rules can also decide who breaks them, investigate the case, and prosecute the person. That's 3 powers in one body. They also get to certify and regulate emerging technologies like AI, blockchain, cloud, whatever. So if you are building tech in Ghana, they can decide whether your product is secure enough to exist. I mean, that's not security. That's just a way to centralize control. And let's go to the next section, which is section 20B, the police powers. The bill says that the Director General or the Deputy Director General and the officers of the authority will now have the same powers as police officers. So they can arrest, they can search, they can seize your property. But unlike the police service, this new cyber police won't report directly to the IGP. They will report directly to the authority under the Ministry of Communications. That's Honorable Sam George. That's new police force operating under a regulatory agency. Now let's talk about the next section, which is the section 31, which involves the money. Now this section funds the authority with 12% of communication service tax, 9% of corporate tax, and 50% of all fines and penalties under the act. So in other words, the authority makes money when it fines and punishes people. Now this is a self-financing system. The more people they arrest or punish, the richer the institution becomes. I mean, that's direct incentive to overreach. Now the next section is section 35 to 37, which is the critical information infrastructure. This section allows the minister to declare any system as critical. It could be your telecom company, it could be your bank, it could be your hospital, your startup, hosting business. Once it's declared critical, you must register it, pay annual fees, and give the authority access to your internal systems. That's for inspection and for auditing. Now, this will open door for the state to access private infrastructure across sectors. And refusal comes with a heavy penalty. And let's talk about the next section, which is section 49. That involves licensing and cybersecurity services. No one can offer any cybersecurity service, even for free, without government license. That includes ethical hackers, IT consultants, even non-profit doing privacy work. So without accreditation from the authority, your works becomes illegal. And that's how they quietly kill independent oversight. The next section is section 57 to 57C, which is cyber hygiene certification. Now, the authority will run a new cyber hygiene scheme, and they will set prices, approve who can offer certifications, and collect 30% of revenue from every certification done. So the authority that regulates you, audits you, and also can profit from you all at once. And let's talk about the next section, which is section 59A to section 59K. That's the enforcement powers. This is the most dangerous part of the entire bill. Now, it gives the authority nearly unlimited power. And here's how these sections say in simple English. Now, they can arrest, they can prosecute anyone who violates cybersecurity standards. They can freeze your bank account, property before the court even approves it. They can compel you to hand over your information, your data during an investigation, and they can get court orders in secret to access your digital data. They can enter and inspect your premises, sometimes even without a warrant. So we have full surveillance, full policing power concentrated in one agency without clear judiciary checks. And once that exists, it won't stop cybercrime. It will be used against journalists, critics, and even political opponents. That's how digital control begins, always in the name of security. Let's talk about the next section. That's section 66, 67A, and 67B. That will criminalize speech. So this section introduces cyberbullying and false information clauses. They make it a crime to spread false or misleading information online with penalties up to 5 years in prison. But who decides what's false? The same authority that enforces the act. So if you criticize a government official and then they call it false, you are now a cyber criminal. That's a violation of our free speech. And let's talk about the next section, which is section 92. And this section allows the authority to issue binding orders to innovators, software engineers, service providers to secure emerging technology. So in simple terms, they can tell startups what they can build, how they can build it, or even stop them, right? That's direct state control over innovation under the banner of cyber safety. And the next section is 94 to 94B. They have added new offenses like unlawful access, computer forgery, and computer-related fraud. Some are valid, but the language is broad, so it can easily criminalize ethical hacking or even testing your own systems. Every major authoritarian turn in modern history starts with laws like this. So they write the laws very softly. They try to make it open, or you can submit your input, and then they justify it as protection. So Nigeria said that their Cybercrime Act will protect citizens, and later on we saw it jailing journalists for criticizing governors. Now Ghana's bill gives the state the same toolkit. They can arrest, prosecute, seize, and then silence you. So if one government agency can write the rules, enforce them, and then punish you, that's not cybersecurity.
For following this particular backlash, though, man for patches that this particular bill, no, it is not what it seemed to present and project quickly in Sam George and the Ministry of Education, Communication, with the press release about bill near cast ever passing, you see a tea amount for drink share and found. And it's no stress our press release or made by any idea to screen so or say public announcements recall for public input or comments. And in here it states something critical. Or say the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation wishes to thank the general public for the enthusiasm shown in the legislative review exercise. Considering the numerous requests for extension of the deadline for submission of inputs, Ministry has extended the deadline for submission of inputs and comments to Friday, 14th November 2025. This note also applies to submission of input or comments to all agencies under the ministry. So, quickly, yes, Sam George and Napam for a party say yes, bill now commode bar, you beat my phone records, one share. Say o kan sembonia fa Mahama na sema o kan fa Mahama ho no wankasa no yi nipa papa na say why na one na kasa no sa bill ni nyina no aye controversial no Ghana for binom e wo issues to the no omo ma ho kwan samam for encho madwe no mo ntro enfambre ministries. The reason why this is not good, and clearly this is not even going well for yet them. It will show the whole screens also. Let us take chance. We comment say let us take this chance serious. The ministry has extended the deadline, meaning you can still send your views on the Cybersecurity Amendment Bill 2025. The bill affects everyone online, from your phone use to your business data. And Sam George Ebiposi said this was issued yesterday, Chief. The attempt to bastardize an open and transparent government process is most unfortunate. Remind me again when the 32+ years history of the Fourth Republic has a ministry opened up this manner for public input into a legislative process. Sam George still is defending, say yes, omoma ho kwan say obi anfa na adwin chembra because NDC if anything they want to actually get the comments of people before they even go ahead and pass this bill in the first place. You know, and you say ebia omasheda na omo yibibi at the end of the day to make it seem so yibibi na at the end of the day the titi nkofo fa ho dis e wo kroma there be anti-sacra. So that is exactly what is really going on in regards with the big issue I'm of the Cybersecurity Amendment Bill. Bill no dey na wo na amending na which say ye dey maybe be ka ho e be ne maybe a film it this time around ye niema a ye bi ka ho no na pass dey dey ka ho no ya dey a it is a emboa. So quickly moving on to other issues right here in this particular country, Ghana. Therefore, one issue I trended this particular week Obiaka Wansem the issue of Abdul Hanan or no and the buffer stock the former buffer stock CEO ex-president Akufo-Addo appointing, and then Abeto Joseph Apeyino was squandered over $500 million cedis. It's on the Bonio-Medi or matter over 50 houses in film 50. It be a $1 million, it be a 3 as a time. Emma Minoka say ya chimpa pay on the year aqua it is a enya sem kitwa. And therefore Minoka say one thing and also is shocking for us. I made chose that particular video and say Papa we so who happen to be also your friend is saying an appointee of Akufo-Addo on also say dragging to court Sauka me boni din echi. But then Minoka say issue abasisi a Obiaka 17 no sa buffer stock CEO the issue na abano na sisi no information about betoja say properties or acquire on ne yere or more acquire bi or tamale e bi wo cantonments ni ade a ontimi nkyere kwan ofa so nyesa because omo mo ben papa ye over politics ni enim no plots of land and then he has lands and properties all over the place. And isn't it shocking say Oneba Umia Nejinaho? Yes, definitely birds of the same feathers flock together. But then one of the properties are what cantonments, Menoka say kutre mo ha Iyokofo akosizi omako sizi this particular property. Now there's a video involved because it is very shocking here how Iyoko is acting fast and swift, because according to Iyoko the evidence is overwhelming. These people, they engage in criminal enterprise and criminal things, and the properties of Moakwa They did not have the receipt to show say they work for it. You can share this particular video. Now I want you to concentrate. I show this particular video of what is on the gate. Bye, better also.
This house is ready.
Buffer Stock CEO, Airport Hills. Hey.
This one is public knowledge.
I know, right? Fucking nice house. I still dey walk. I don't finish.
It's for video I share Buffer Stock CEO, the former CEO no on no screen so on any no. And Danya Omaku see was Spinters Cantonments area ho. We say akwano ultra video no because on say na Yoko for the idea boy nim say this property has been taken over by Yoko blah blah blah. And you could see say omon nante kra na omon timi pa fie no ho that because the house is big, the house is long. And if you don't know, getting just a single plot of land in East Legon can cost you somewhere between $1 million to $25 or $30 million, not cedis. What the bag Ghana CK1, we are talking about 150 million Ghana cedis. And even building there and the kind of house that we see, you can just imagine. Papa, on be chim kwanya of us because salary is 6,000 or 7,000 or 10,000 cedis. How did you get the money to build this house? He said now in regards to this whole thing and a more bombshell revelation ever. Now this particular bombshell revelation ever according to Kevin Taylor, it's coming from Kevin Taylor. According to Kevin Taylor, party say you see the fight against corruption, it is being delayed because there are certain people in the high officer, they are stopping this particular prosecution of these criminals or more in the New Patriotic Party to continue. One of them, the office of the special prosecutor. Now, you recall, sir, within the whole of last week, okay, there were issues, and now issues that were so simple. Say, OSP in Kratebi also the ba are very essential in extraditing Kenofriata. Said Kenofriata be US abagana. Ye this Ankrata be US be my who kwani Kenofriata abagana no. Sa in Krata no. OSP fan by no nanod or to ayampia press conference. So there was a rift between the OSP and the Attorney General because Attorney General Deputy if anything Justice Cemsai or whatever it is Obekasai and he was basically saying that they are waiting on the OSP and now you see exactly OSP. Now again, me know because Kevin Taylor is of the view say OSP is the personal or chinchan abino NNT. Now Mahama wan hwe ya 8 years ni beso no. Sorry, ni 4 years ni beso no. Akwa background on che no. Now kwa wait man che na you can't tell Ghanaians saying OSP and fan krata ba. Ghanaians voted for you for change. They didn't vote for you for what? Excuses. Yanko tin say Kevin Taylor at the bar or some can tell let's
listen to the lies he told us. After also free office $50.5 million. What JD unye jumebiano. Adechi also yako court refimpo. Ya update mo. Or say update update breaking news. On one case was CO Kenneth Oforiatta versus Office of the Special Prosecutor and 2 others. Or my update. Yachina also the update in the day or say the Human Rights Division of the High Court had 2 motions in the case Kenneth Oforiatta versus Office of the Special Prosecutor on Thursday 23rd of October 2025. Counsel for Mr. Oforiatta moved motions for A, discoveries and B, leave to amend the originating motion on notice. Both applications were opposed by the counsel for the OSP. The court directed both parties to file and submit their written submissions by midnight 24th October 2025. The matter has been adjourned to 25th November 2025 for ruling on these two applications. The suit, filed by the former Minister for Finance and suspects in a number of investigations by OSP, challenges the office declaration of him as wanted and contests the office legal authority to make such pronouncements public. Also, breaking news. Ya call court and saying, Mama update. He said you be a dangerous guy. Also, ya call court no. The kwesi and say, eye kenofurata lawyer e ka kire court say, eye nyoma mienu bi na opese okoye. Asem na ye de abeto court a ye kan ho asem no, ye fra bibi discoveries. Opese odotuko no okohwehwe ensem a ebeboa na nsem. Ye ka say discovery. Asem we wo court. Na lawyer ba ko ka say be pese be koye discovery a. Na say asem no, onim say asem no wadanse bi bebi e obebi bebre a okohwehwe de aba. Okope engineer so bi abema na asem gina ne na aso. Enti technically court ntwan me na me nkodo sko na me nkohwehwe se menya engineer so bi a ebetumi ama ma asem ne gina ne na aso. Your friend discoveries. And asem mako a kenofuriata lawyer saka kire judge say o ma ne ho kwan na embra so ene say eye opese asem na ye start ye na ye nyaduru bia ampo na ye nka ho asem no se sia de wo court no enya asem na nkasa o asem ne 19 ye prepare o say omo pese omo besa eje omo asem ne sade ko na omo ko tworo ne foforo omo amende kenofuriata lawyer ne kansam mienu o so ensam na omo de buy na omo tworo a abeda court wo dada and the omo kan ho asem we efa say special prosecutor edi krata ba bonti beka say kenofuriata eye wanted eno no omo gina ho court no Eduna, he said, I be my own update. Or so, where the update teacher said, in Brabia mature crata, Mekata Kenufurata wanted no. Ne lawyer, our court, Kenufurata the Marco court says, I wanted, and Mamma Chro, and Fano, and Casso, I wanted. And no update in all the Bayado. Now, a Kenufurata lawyer, a catch the judge, and they say, Sanyo Mammy, you know, discoveries, or Kodosuko, acquisition, semnim. Now, occurration, semnimua. Thank you, Mr. S. Now, I feel correction, you know, so about one man asama de, and a two. As some no de buy and Ankasa crown or person or chi about bontine, now almost sacrim no more de ba. And a judge the catcher almost say, Sibia and some no can be breeze and omumia no coachro. Erade. But it's a Ibrahim Mahama, Endra, Omuvu judges be a course appeals court to so catcher almost says, and quasi delay no, yen chumu Ghana. Judge didn't say, oh. And the mumbia no munko fie na munko chrogu pepa so na monfamra enti judge no atu asam na kɔhye November 25th November wa ayila judge ni say months almost 25th November and 24th. That means say time a judge ni catch no it is omumbra after a month. Omonko take 1 whole month. No monko trans no moncho omu reasons in tia. Kenofuriata lawyer and say or person kwa amend case no na eye. Secondly, okoye discovery also judge ni jitum. And a special prosecutor so eka se ompene. Enti eno keke no omonko 1 month no omombra. On say when the oman jeje wanjire mu. Aha. Intendre chino kwa court no de okoye djuma okodi ye nie obe delay mu mamubewu sa eye special prosecutor or ye dangerous me say obi o wait body safo bia or ye dangerous person oni ma me fa nkire mo me ka chem say akwanitifu a o wait body safo a na Mr. S dwun say me boa enye timody safo ni timfu a o wait body safo a o ye beifo akwa we kiseja ben tetene na nke yekɔ wo a ankɔde na chi beifo na waka beifo na so na ɔde ahoma kyekyere beifo na ɔde akyekyere no ho otumi de ahoma kyekyere ɔno aka na akyekyere beifo na beifo ne di na chi Kiseja Ben is a liar. All games on mobile. That guy cannot be trusted. He needs to be sacked, investigated, and prosecuted. Kiseja Ben needs to be jailed for like 10 years. Wajimu sikedi. Update way and emergency match no enye bibia. Omo to me after so move case after a month. Into the Obeka chere eye Attorney General say he is still in court. He's gathering evidence because right there's a discovery. He is never going to bring Kenoforiata. This special prosecutor is a friend to Kenoforiata and his family. He has a bond, a contract with the Kufuor family. He is never going to lead that job. So the earlier we get this in our heads, the earlier we understand the guy no omubuye fasono, the better for all of us. Let us stop this comedy of trying to please some people and trying to be so diplomatic about things. The special prosecutor is bad news. Oye beifua or a beifua ason. Kisie Jabe is a liar. He's playing with all of you. What is so special about this nonsense? What is special about this nonsense? What is special about it? You call court and a court, almost say, almost amendment, almost say, almost discovery, and I'm say I have opposed it into another month. You should be ashamed of yourself. It means clearly you are delaying the case because this is something you are not even supposed to tell us. You have not even crossed that stage whereby the judge will even rule, say, this guy, what he's asking for. Because you see, Kenoforiata's lawyer is a bad lawyer, but it is because a special prosecutor is not doing his job. That is why Kenoforiata's lawyer looks like an intelligent lawyer, one of the weak-minded fools in Ghana. But you see, because it's a home game, because it's already planned, it's every time they are in court, it makes Kenoforiata's lawyer look like he's smart. But Akwanwa bonse Kusie. But it is deliberate. Kusie Jabi makes fundamental mistakes in court, which he knows. Sameda Akuna ordinary DHE Edinburgh Special Prosecutor's Office. Let me tell you, the strategy people didn't see it. Kusie Jabi, he moved his law firm to the Special Prosecutor's Office. The amount of money Kusie Jabi has been able to make as the OSP, Sankotina law firm wa ankonya 1% of that money. So Sami Dakuna Ohono, when you go and read the background, Sami Dakun is a media person, right? Now that is why even though Okoye law, no, he has created a position for Sami Dakun to be doing his media bidding for him. And if the special prosecutor wants to enter or infiltrate the media space to force some narrative, he uses Sami Dakun. And he has created that position for the guy. And until as Becca say, we need to start from Sami Dakun's portfolio because the OSP's Act, it does not cover Sami Dakun's portfolio. He is being paid illegally at the OSP's office. And if anybody is serious about prosecuting OSP and these people, they are basically taking illegal money from the taxpayer. It's simple as that. It is simple. The guy is basically doing business with you people. He's taking money from you. He's enjoying life. He's making money because we are foolish. We are not able to ask decent questions, reasonable questions, and wait for reasonable answers. This is trash. He's not even 2025. You are showing us this. See, special prosecutor. He has no dockets on Oforiatta. He has nothing. So we cannot end it. One can't just tell you say by this weekend or this week, no to provide it. Only docket biya. Next week, or the way any case, the special prosecutor is fooling you. The man is a liar. Let us get rid of him. We cannot go back and go take money from the finance ministry and put this guy again in our budget and hand over millions of dollars to him. We can't do that again. If this administration tries that again, you, the finance minister, you, the Mr. President, we will speak against you. Because we cannot be entertaining this nonsense again. People are being paid for work, no work done. People are being given every single thing for just living a lavish lifestyle without giving us any results. The special prosecutor is a waste of everybody's time. Sack him. Whatever we need to do to make sure this man is out of office, we need to make sure this guy is out of office. He and his two musketeers, Sami Dakun and Akurugu, these are the three musketeers making money out of us. Now, Shadie, you see this story? Special prosecutor Ebeifo. I'm going to ask the special prosecutor some very vital questions. And I'm going to deal with these questions from Monday. But weekend wenti, nebebusan sa questions way. Na from Monday, no, my baby breakdown no more. So wherever he is, I know he's watching me tonight. Special prosecutor, is it true that the OSP, without any recruitment process, you appointed Irene Houghton, IRENEHUTTN, Irene Houghton, daughter of Professor Francis Dodu, presidential advisor on corruption and governance. I'm asking you, have you recruited Irene Houghton, who is Professor Dodu's daughter, who was an advisor to the president, special advisor to the president on corruption and governance? Did you recruit this lady without you knowing, without any recruitment process? Did you just handpick the lady to put her at the OSP's office? It's a simple question.
It's here for in some night but then regardless, over the weekend, no, this particular video trended on social media a lot. Now you see a very beautiful young girl, or a teenager, with VGHS or SHS, but then she had a lot of hair, as you can see. But then it's in now Osha the before her, you trying to teenage also because embody him so tiny and you new yam. But then ye channel soon. Now when this video came out, I trending on social media. No, I'm up with say at the internet 2025. Yeah, that's use the colonial rule of cutting or shaving our females' hair. And now young person bia now ukwa SHS a chauti. Bao bemu chauti. Ene yumpa say abrofodu owa. Omo kwa ye schools no. Omo die mo preferential treatment. They go with their hairs. But then young crowd no ana wo mo ye half cast near the omuchi ye mo mucha and bisa say at the internet mo yes sir me no can say this question all pointed to one person nipa you pointed to the question this whole question pointed towards the education minister Haruna Idrisu. So people were of the view say maybe Haruna Idrisu was going to badge, he was going to do a reform because now we call this in betuja say yen starting use yen starting share a local language with schools. Yet, but yen fan share science, yen fan share mathematics. Let us teach and also use it. People think he said there was going to be a reformer. You better allow Mumba to do their hair. But then he had this to say. Saying, say, if you are sleeping and thinking, say, the Ministry of Education is going to do something about this issue, say, they can do their hair and go to school. In fact, he has a message for you. He was speaking at the 75th anniversary at Mauli Senior High School. They were having their 75th anniversary. Mauli Senior High School, Ibrahim Mahama and a minister no could more this and same way. To the intro video, back ever to us.
Chairman of the GES Council is here. There is an ongoing debate in social media about haircuts and size and length of hair in secondary schools. We will not tolerate it today. We will not tolerate it tomorrow. And so long as we are molding character, if we give in to hair today, tomorrow it will be shoes. And the next day it will be the way they dress. Therefore, as part of our disciplinary measures, headmasters and GES, you are accordingly empowered to take full control of how students behave on your campuses. So anybody who thinks that your child will walk into any institution of learning as if that child, forgive my words, was to attend a beauty contest, the school environment is not for that purpose and not cut for that purpose, and would not tolerate that as an institution. Togbe Chairman, there is a lot of growing indiscipline in our schools, some even with teachers abusing learners. We would not accept that. We would apply heavy sanctions to any teacher who wants to take advantage of a learner. And to the students, you only can walk away from Mauli School with two values: discipline and integrity, and the future is yours. So Mauli School,
You have every reason today at 75 to celebrate.
So that is the minister saying, sir, if you want your hair to be like this, okay, you can enter school. But then, video about lady nitigusu say, you can't enter senior high school. And let us be honest, there are various takes on this. Will be a challenging. But then, you see, it's either you stand for something or you fall for anything. There's a reason why we do this, because no should be before you teen, a yedding. Many nationals, a year one more bushy, Amone, Pakistani for any Asia for ye jumano. When you say mutin, before you teen, a different from a year Pakistani Asia for Tiamupo, the Mutin for the wa. And now, white people, Bruniankas and Fita, almost mutin different. But then, mutin, a year Kelly, a year softs, and a thin. But yet, chin a yedding, and it requires constant care. Because, I mean, we stay with ladies, our girlfriends near there, we see any wives, we know how it goes. Internal quiet payment, it's now so coaching 1 year, and I'm winning my basa. A bimukra or movie commit or muti. Or muti no my free. So, this question about allowing our young girls to have their hair on, we see, I know school free education, school fees going to mean here, I'm buying a man with free food. I buying any child school fees now. I buying a mouth amenities. I would uko school. Ubi yani na the mouth. The yan chobos. So we can It's what school what we need school the better school the better if they say school atadiene if they say amenities like textbooks near there ni na buying the mouth free no. Uku benye school you wuti. A ban sana at the peer pressure because bimbe yo muti e bin timi yo muti. And when people begin to feel say e bimu ye fesi playing equal playing field that a whole and the peer pressure and beba one shot prostitution ever started was senior high school. So I really understand the minister on that front. What I say, and to me, the DNTR, you know, about for mobile SHS or be Ghana or a Bruni or co school or senior high school now or keeping it in honor. It is because their hair can be on, they will bath with it on the ye send it. That is it. Now, we'll come back to that issue. But then, Menoka say, about information I told you, I said, Baumia is still leading in the New Patriotic Party or race. Felix Ofosuku actually had this to say about this. Because, I can 2026, 31st January, Baumia is going to win. If Baumia wins, he is going to face whoever the NDC will elect. Say, Edin Ketia, Julius Debra, Haruna Idrisu, Jena no Poku will live to see. In fact,
the one who is likely to win Baumia will also be their weakest link in the 2028 elections. For as long as this economy does better than what they left, Dr. Baumia will struggle to convince the people of Ghana that he has what it takes to run this country. You see, he himself is a bundle of contradictions. In one breath, he says he was the be-all and end-all of all MPP policies. Sometimes he takes credit for even things that predict him, like interoperability and what have you. Yet, in another breath, he says that he had no role to play in the MPP and that the economic mess was not his doing. Meanwhile, we all know that as far back as 2008, when he was first tapped to be President Kufuor's running mate, when he didn't even have an MPP membership card, which led to strong protests from Kennedy Japon, if you read Arthur Kennedy's book. It is the economy that has been cited for the reason why he was tapped to partner President Kufuor. Maybe in 2008 it was a bit less pronounced. But in 2012, he started holding public lectures to demonstrate his capacity in economic governance. Indeed, in 2016, President Kufuor was clear in his statements that he had gone for Dr. Baumia because of his economic prowess and that he was going to hand over the management of the economy to him. When they came to power, he sought to take credit for every gain that was made in the economy. Yet, the moment the economy turns out, he tried to distance himself. So it raised serious credibility problems for him in the eyes of the Ghanaian electorate. For as long as he remains active in politics, he will always be associated with the economic downturn that proved disastrous for the average Ghanaian. He has not been able to overcome that. So no amount of maneuvering, it doesn't matter how he wins in the MPP. People will always compare his performance to what is happening today. And you see, voters are rational decision makers. The average voter, to the extent that they are of sound mind and of the right age, is rational in his decision making. When he goes to vote, if the conditions under which he lives presently are better than what existed under a previous government that he has voted at. He is most unlikely to go back. So that is Dr. Bawumia's conundrum. If you look at the economic performance today, it is much better than what he left. So exactly what, indeed I've seen him say, for instance, that he will deliver world-class governance. Meanwhile, you left power barely 10 months ago. Where was that world-class governance? People can say that it is the worst period that this country has had to go through under your stewardship of the economy.
But he was not the president.
Sure, he was not. So he was not the president when he claimed that those 33 policies that were implemented were his brainchild. Today he claims that he was the brain behind gold for oil. Despite gold for oil, our economy collapsed. Our currency collapsed. It moved from 6 cedis to 17 cedis. When he was leaving power, the economy was around the cedi was around 17 cedis to $1. He was not the president, and yet he said that he introduced gold for oil. He was not the president, but he says that he introduced interoperability. He wasn't the president, but he says he introduced that thing that they used to transport some blood to people. What is it called? The what do you call it? The drone service. He was not president, was he? He wasn't president, but he says he
Zipline, isn't it? The zipline.
Zipline, yes. He said he was not president, but he says he introduced it.
So those were the things he could do.
So, but what is the effect, the totality of what he did? No, hold on. He says that he was the brain behind gold for oil.
Yes.
Not so.
Yes.
He was the brain behind the accumulation of gold by the central bank.
Yes.
So they had been accumulating gold since 2022 or so. And yet, the purpose of the accumulation, which was to bolster the currency, was not realized. The currency performed at its worst level when he was doing that. What is the outcome of what he did? So that contradiction, and it appears that he still continues to drive that mantra, is going to create a permanent credibility crisis for him. People, you see, the more he tries to run away from the economic hardships that he created, the more people associate him with it. So his difficulty really is not going to be in the MPP. In fact, this week, contrary to Paul's claim that there has been some toning down in the vitriol, it has not been the case. MPP people, indeed Brother Champo, has publicly accused Bawumia of destroying the currency. And his supporters have told the same lie. They have gone to town accusing him of, and if they were NDC people, you could say that we engage in the usual politics. But these are MPP people. Many of them are supporters of Akufo-Addo. They are saying that Bawumia is responsible for the collapse of the currency. And if you know the role that the currency plays in economic management, you see that it is at the heart of many of our problems. The mismanagement that went on.
Okay.
They said that he did it. So if your own party hold you accountable for the destruction of the Ghanaian economy that we witnessed, what do you expect the general public to perceive of you? So his biggest problem really is not these primaries. I believe that he will win. What remains to be seen is a margin of victory.
All right.
But
so that was in some your friend is saying philosopher actually too just say we need the Bawumia is poised to win, okay, but then we are the chiba in a share, because that is one issue in a share to see what will really happen. Now me can say issues be the last time we were speaking, I gave you an update say the minority leader in parliament Afeyo Markins, he was fingered or busted in the Maslock scandal. Now, I can say, Maslock or current CEO or the two just say, in could be brave EGG loan if you Maslock or Maslock or Moma loan, a microfinance company, I got a buying set here, say, going to me cool, any a buying agencies be brave and market too many idea or many scatimidia dija no me channel can crama your friend is saying Maslock. They basically act like a savings and loans. So what I say now a mupacha say one person also be iska $500,000 Ghana cedis for your markets. In fact, they even called Afenyo Markins to tell him Afenyo Markins, oh dear car, tuya. Afenyo Markins, oh, media scanning na miji and it's scanning you now, ni pana. Obeji scan also obeji wo dimu wo na osuma ne man document no see yes me na me so na man document be scan obeji no on the komo bi on the comma constituents na omu dia the MD did you say they be once your name is on it, once you appended your signature on it as a personal, oh, you are basically availing yourself as a guarantor and using your office as a collateral, you have to pay. ama afeya marking squad be car saying Maslog no crime before ne de ba if you could for breast ne ba Tamils and ne ba Mahama and ne ba Kufuado na isi aba back to FN saying Mahama bill ne Kufuado and say Kufuado Kwame Kumo pay the money. So to stop further escalation though, and then you will breaking news now say Master CEO say Papa bia bitua ni sika no. Hwe video e ba e beto aso.
Me dini bi wo ho a otete kra na are ho. Ti se obi ti se Magdan e ye den na wo se ehiafo ene omo pe youth omo pe adwuma na aye e ye den na wo se Magdan din wo Maslok enyomem asen south I am na free refididi or a software.
Until for Joanna.
Yes, that's
until for Joanna. Because I'm a boni diwa.
No, the car almost 200 and something thousand. I think so. Mo boni dino and check. And I buy and I clear a car or the na actors no baby last your friend is saying former musical president Obo is it TikTok was it? Edini the sister bebre honorable Frederick Opariansa the din wa ha odeka
Sumani Bawumia ono me boni dino na ne kana wode na ase baby ejina ne jina 256,000
de me de ma wi wa hu wo mu still a baby ejina ne jina
Sumani Bawumia
na chese wo mai
we Bawumia nua ma me nchire bu ko ya bisam Dr. Bawumia nua to honorable afenyo market na sem na o de tu dwa na no radio gold no but your problem you cast no be giana
ne de na nya cars
cash
you know no but he has reached out. That's one thing I have to dove my heart out for him. He has reached out
how akum sindin wo
me patron
ne de na akosi
say on say crowd there yes me almost your mobile boom boys no work aswa almost sport car na baako endra ene ye ma me sa information say ye nya car na baako e work aswa enti no yama bad me boys no koye no omo ni omo ye gidigidi ana omo pese omo bo omo enti no se ne ye ne aya ye ne national security for ye nya situation bi sa enti minye ya ne yama national security for aboaye enti nyame ya adoma efie na akosi fiada ne cars na baako ye beche e de aba.
Okay, so the whole issue is that for your markings are reaching out. Yes, with you. That is what I heard even before this particular update. So, a good thing. Any be muso mo de kano. We are learning so muso mutuan kakra because yes, our dini na from mu akwa jilu akwa ji aban sika ena nkofo nye scan to aduani na wabeji aban sika ena wo yesu wo sika esa enimguase so de so ne penifo kan ne fata okay ni ba. So that is the issue in regards with the whole Maslog issue. I just say enye asem keto just say odwen ho kra na at a point in time, you not even understand why some of these issues even happen in the first place. So, in some day, but ultimately, more updates as all of these whole issues continue to unfold. It's for yet to us near and day on a lighter note. Charles Ni Ama Mensa Shatawali recently, the birthday the 17th of October 2025. You can say or have a big concert at Independence Square. We are learning over 100,000 people graced there. In fact, the shots were insane. It tells you how this guy commands crowd. But then far from that, can say software be Edin Simbi Ababe Tuja purchases Shatawale is going to set a Guinness World Record. And according to him, Shatawale Guinness World Record Ababe set it is so simple. Record Ben Shatawale Ebabe set or purchases Shatawale Ebabe yet 3 days continuous concert and in this particular country. Now, sa concert Shatawale Babe we have the video here of what a year software edituja, and definitely say people will definitely react to this in their own ways. We say, hey, software sema working there, but ultimately wakam. Yenkoshi video ya babaka iti for idbc. So yenkoshi video ya babaka yebeto aso.
The last time Bia Obaha, I think we mentioned Shatawale. Yes.
And now ka say one who say or ye program be a nipa bebre
festival.
E was here. But when na besin koyana.
And we a warm up no.
We
na warm up, yes.
Now I said the associate say cry with.
And that's the main. A 3 days festival. It will shut down the whole country. I told you everywhere will be full. Where it was just a warm up. You know, anytime I thought God wants to do something, he brings forth a catalyst to show you it can be done. When I said it, festival, they will choke the whole Ghana. That everybody, is 3 days now. Some people are not sleeping. People are sleeping there. They've choked the whole. People thought, well then no. How can that happen? They say we the Navy. One day they say you need to be GhanaNews. That's how people think basically. And people literally commented those stuff. And I was like, okay, people need a little sign. Sometimes people have to see a sign. Once you see the sign, you see what is coming. It's like none other. It will be a business opportunity. It will send Ghana to the world. It will explode. It will bring a very unique center where it will be a business moment, it will be a culture moment, it will be a powerful moment. And then it will really shake a lot. Wow. Yeah.
Because a man for baby fish and carry and a crab from so I feel crown over wonders.
I feel over wonders. Oh, what is about to do even now is very different. Exactly.
Baba, is he Shatawale, is he a normal person like us? And now he carries Bibia
Oh, he's very much anointed. You know, I prophesied about him many years ago. Yeah. And it was a very powerful prophecy that came to pass. It was a very big trend. I was on BBC and things because of that prophecy. I was in 2018. Yes. Our prophecy about his collaboration, Beyonce, all those trends. And that time they said they thought they had sunk him. Exactly. And then we prophesied like into details. Everything that happened, detail the same way.
Yes.
Now I feel no picky. You see, there was a style. Now that style is over. I think I wrote it on Facebook. And that time, Natrium is about to emerge into the rocking shoulders with the highest and the biggest names. And that's how he will run. All the musicians in Ghana, he will leave all of them behind. It's not. You see the young ones that are coming. We have a mentality where that's that mentality. Shatawale is going to be the only one that will come from the past as the old artist and overtake all the young ones. Like it will be like the top of the food chain. And then that's how he will move forward. You will understand what I mean soon. When you begin to see the shows, BET, American shows, different kinds of things.
Nyamibe you soon one day.
Yes. Shatawale is anointed in a very unique manner. And he's also very God-fearing. Yes. That's one thing about him. I always say to a lot of people, say, among for people mentality bia, omu pese nyankopon no yensom no wo omo enisu. Ana omo sofo the way they want it. Offering 1972 enisu. That sofo no is not the standard of the gospel. Exactly. The standard of the gospel is the word of God. And yet, senya obisi sorry, yen set trouser wa sorry dying. There is no Bible scripture to defend that. Wow. Because that one it will be speculation, the perception. Sometimes your skirts are even more sexually harassing than the jeans that some people are wearing. It's all based on central perspective. And tell you any opinion they are going to and then they push it and shove it on the faces of people. Somebody will say, "Oh, the Bible said that a man shall not wear that which pertaineth a woman." But then that which pertaineth a woman, the time that scripture was written, now bear man in a straight dress. That time trouser was not even invented. Now men crash straight dress. Before men started wearing skirts, before trousers even to be. So at the end of the day, people flaw history and they don't understand what it is. But I believe strongly that Shatta is going to do great things. He's going to move in his own way, and then he is anointed for a specific reason. Most of Shatta's shows, he will lead the whole prayer. Just imagine. Obi wa bondi bundles na sa gunimu ama urara nimu ama adenya bi adise wonimo. But Shatta say God, I believe in you. God, help me. Yes. God, change my story. And there are many young people that today are having Bibles and things. They understood that you could actually have God and still be in the pathway and still keep getting closer to God. And in that angle, as how fingerlings are putting into the pond. Be France, you know, a woman, then they'll get used to the water that is in there. Wow. Then they'll freely move. But I want to mean sorry and say, hey, who do you are singing? Remember, sorry, sana yet. Michelle Shatawale won't come many years ago. Obviously, what has this thing got to do with the gospel? But Abraham Ben Moshe said a lot of things, that guy, right? He spoke about things, and I mean, all those things I've forgotten quite a lot. But then I saw a video recently of Shatawale confronting him, not a theologian. It was Shatawale. If Shatawale confronts such a person, goes like, "How can you don't know what happens?" All the people that are rallying that anger say, "Hey." Even Shatawale is saying there is God. So what happens? So God has a way of communicating to everybody. He doesn't need your giant cassock and your tradition. The Bible says, for the sake of the tradition, they have made the word of God of none effect. God can use everybody to exact and execute his cause. So he is also one of the strongest pillars in this time. He may not wear a clerical, he may not wear a cassock, he may not carry a bottle of oil, but he has the word of God on his tongue, and is transforming a lot of people's life. And one important thing, as they said in the early days, they said, if you want to make Christian shoes, you don't just print or slap a cross on it, but you do it well. If you want to make a gospel song, you don't just mention Jesus in it, you do